Hello there. I am Karen Dawson, and I'm talking to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And this is my amazing colleague, collaborator, Julie Huffaker, on the other side of the Zoom video. And she's in Portland, Oregon. And we are coming from our little consultancy, Deeper, Funner, Change, where we are absolutely fascinated by helping organizations, teams, and leaders respond with agility to this crazy demanding world that they are operating in, and all of us are operating in. So we're lucky enough to be coming to Amsterdam to work with the Liberators. We feel really lucky about that. On November 22nd, we're going to be gathering with a number of people, facilitators, team coaches, Scrum Masters, to talk about tension in teams and how we can better support people. So Julie, you've done a lot of thinking, a lot of work, a lot of research. You have a lot of experience in this field. And my question for you, as we think about these folks that are going to be gathered in Amsterdam, what are the key ideas that have got your attention when you think about tension and teams? What's top of mind?
Well, the first thing I have to say, as you talk about research and writing and experience, is just a true confession. I think the reason I feel qualified even a small bit to talk at all about tension in teams is that I'm a really slow learner and I've been really bad at it. So I've had to really work hard to learn over time how to engage tension well, and in particular, how to support teams as they engage tension. And this is, as you will often say, this is life work. Mm-hmm. As I was thinking about this question, as you were asking it, I thought, the three most common questions that we hear from facilitators and coaches are these. First, if I'm facilitating a meeting where we're trying to get work done and there's tension that erupts between people that threatens to take over the meeting, or worse, goes unresolved, so people leave the meeting, maybe we have an immediate solution, but there are hurt feelings and there's resentment. How can I handle that as a coach or facilitator? The second question that we hear a lot is, how do I handle tension between team members that is showing up not directly, but as gossip or water cooler talk, or just, sort of a brusqueness or a lack of got your backness or generosity between team members? As a facilitator or a coach, what's my role in that? And then the third is, if we know that the highest ROI, the highest return on investment for engaging tension comes when you engage tension really early, before it builds with multiple cycles of hurt feelings and responses that are challenging and layer on each other and build toxicity, the highest ROI comes really early. The question is, what can I do as a team member or coach or facilitator to up the likelihood that we are nipping tension or engaging tension really early before it gets big? So those are the three biggest questions that we hear from people in roles like ours as coaches or facilitators. And what interests me in particular is the answer to that last question, because I think that's where it all starts. And it's, spoiler alert, it's kind of a good news, bad news thing, because the way to up the likelihood, at least in my experience and ours with coaches and facilitators, the way to up the likelihood that you can engage tension early is actually to help your team members get smarter about their own tension and equip them to be aware of their own habits and tendencies and patterns around tension, especially the ones that aren't very helpful, and tool them up to engage tension differently with each other. And what that means is adding that to the container that you create as a coach or a facilitator. And the good news, bad news about that is it means sort of making sure that in your toolkit as a coach or facilitator is also helping to normalize tension as part of the human experience for team members, and inserting some structures, and these will be fun to explore in Amsterdam, structures in meetings that allow us to surface tensions really early. I'll add one more thing. I think one of the reasons that this is so important, and again, by this, I mean help people see and take responsibility for how they engage tension and learn to do it more skillfully, even in baby steps, makes a big difference for a whole team. And the reason I think this is so important comes down to some interesting research done at the University of Washington. Researchers there are looking at how our body handles and responds to tension, find that as soon as your heartbeat goes over 100 beats per minute, you can no longer listen to someone else's point of view. You're just stuck in your own point of view. And in fact, in an argument or a conversation or a meeting, as soon as your heartbeat goes over 100 beats per minute, your body starts to secrete stress hormones into the bloodstream. And if I were frustrated with you, Karen, and my heart rate went over 100 beats per minute, and I started secreting those stress hormones, we would have to stop right now, and I would need to leave and do something else that was not thinking about our tension, thinking about my point of view and why I'm so frustrated with you for 20 full minutes before my body reabsorbed all those stress hormones. So the key, the bottom line is it takes a while to recover and come back so that I can even hear your point of view and think about it and engage logically. So the key for you and me in a team is going to be to notice when I'm starting to feel tension, to get it really early, to understand some of my own bad habits, and to be more skillful right there in the moment or the meeting. So those are the kinds of things that really interest me around tension. And I'm just super eager to share what we've learned with clients and to hear from other people how they go about engaging tension early and helping their team members do that. That's what I got.
Well, we're going to sign off because we could just talk about this forever. And the video viewers want to just click. Okay, I'm done. I've had, thank you. What I appreciate most in what you said is the idea that every human being, and even in a business partnership like ours, and in every team, this is going on all the time. We're not broken. There's nothing wrong with us. This is part of being human, and aren't we lucky to get to practice this together for the rest of our lives? Julie, thank you. And we are so excited about coming to Amsterdam and enjoying and learning. So we'll sign off and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm the person who's stopping the recording.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think we can edit that last little bit out if we want. So we're a few minutes over, and I thought that was beautiful.
Okay, off we go.
There is a way to cut that, and I don't know if I'll be able to do that with your link. Okay. I might be able to just carve it down. And I know we have a meeting with Leslie.